In modern times, it might be said that human beings have become kind of obsessed with finding alien life. But still, no matter how ardently we search, we've yet to uncover clear, irrefutable proof of anything beyond Earth. On the one hand, that's frustrating. In the words of the infamous 2019 craze around Area 51, isn't it about time we see them aliens? But, on the other hand, could it be that the real reason we're not finding anything on our side is because the tables have already been turned against us? Welcome back to our channel, and today we're answering the extraordinary question, have aliens already discovered us? Do you need the big questions answered? Are you constantly curious? Then why not subscribe to Everything But What for more clips like this one? And ring the bell for more thought-provoking content. Let's embark on a monumental journey. A voyage through space, where galaxies stretch out like cosmic cities, stars sparkle like diamonds, and planets dance in tune to a grand, celestial rhythm that's entirely without end. Our galaxy alone, the Milky Way, houses more than 100 billion stars, and the observable universe contains up to 2 trillion galaxies. The sheer scale is mind-boggling, making our tiny blue world seem like a mere speck of a speck in the far wider picture. For many, this alone is reason enough to believe that we are not alone. In a universe of infinite possibilities, they say, aliens simply have to exist. So now let's imagine that they do. Why on Earth, or indeed on any other planet, should we then assume that it would be us who would discover them? Clearly, given our limited technology when it comes to space exploration and, again, the infinite nature of the universe, what's much more likely is that an alien group, almost certainly multiple groups, will have clocked humankind long before we reach a comparable level of understanding. In short, it's highly probable that while we're wholly oblivious and innocent to the truth of the cosmos, others are firmly in the know. Could there then be extraterrestrial beings out there who have observed Earth and its inhabitants from afar? Probably yes. How should that make us feel? Well, no one really knows. So let's take a closer look at what might be happening. In general, in our own search for extraterrestrial intelligence, scientists explore the concept of technosignatures and biosignatures. Technosignatures are potential signs of advanced technology, such as radio signals or artificial structures, while biosignatures indicate the presence of life through the detection of biological processes or chemicals like oxygen and methane. Considering the age of the universe and the vast number of potentially habitable exoplanets that there are, it seems plausible that if alien civilizations do exist, then some might have already detected our presence, via either or both of these methods. Earth has been sending signals into space for over a century through radio and television broadcasts. These electromagnetic emissions create a growing, glowing bubble of detectable information expanding at the speed of light, reaching an ever-widening sphere of potential extraterrestrial listeners. Meanwhile, as our planet clearly is habitable, it would give off all the relevant biosignatures to demonstrate that, and will have done so for thousands, even millions, of years. All it would take is an alien group with an advanced enough telescope to pick up on that, and we're suddenly well within their sights. Imagine that same alien civilization monitoring our electromagnetic signals, as well, and in more recent times we will have also provided them with a way to understand our current culture, modern technology, and even the key historical events that made us. In cosmic terms, the humans of Earth read something like an open book. Which is intriguing and humbling, but also renders us potentially very vulnerable. One reason for that vulnerability is clear when we ask, if we are being watched, then how are we being judged? If an advanced extraterrestrial civilization is indeed observing us, then what might their opinion of us be? Let's start with the positives. Because, on one hand, they might see us as an extraordinary species. Resilient, intelligent and admirable. A watching alien could be fascinated by our art, music, and technological progress. By our ability to communicate, collaborate, create, and explore. By our systems of language, our models of society, our individual loves and our collective ambition. But, clearly there's an alternative view, as well. Because, on the other hand, they might perceive us as entirely primitive, perhaps even laughably or ignorably so. And, if not, then an alien could feasibly understand us as a potentially dangerous species, what with our long history of war, conflict, environmental degradation, and societal injustice. It's a balance between the positive and negative aspects of our species that would shape the stance that a watching alien would take. In one version of these hypothetical events, our distant observers may grapple with a moral quandary over whether to intervene or simply to leave us alone. In another version, there's no moral question required, and the only challenge would be how to get rid of us as quickly as possible. Imagine for a second that you were the watching alien. What would your reaction to Earth and humanity be? Indeed, here is where this question bleeds over into that other modern obsession, artificial intelligence. For many, the most likely type of alien life is also entirely artificial. While an organic being may never be able to survive the vastness of the universe to begin with, a machine that never dies could quite easily taint space. Consider the potential for self-replicating devices with artificial awareness. It's argued by some that the only surprise is that the universe isn't already awash with them. But, nevertheless, if even one such machine were to notice Earth, then how might it view this planet and its inhabitants? Again, although this time from an AI perspective, we could be seen as both a curiosity and a potential threat. Our unpredictable nature, coupled with the rapid advancement of our own AI technologies, might be cause for concern for another group watching on. That said, the presence of AI on Earth could also encourage an alien machine to judge us more leniently. To view Earth as a potentially friendly destination. That word, friendly, is something of a touchy subject among AI developers and theorists, however. Many believe that a friendly AI just isn't possible, and especially once it moves past the so-called singularity to become infinitely more intelligent than humankind is. As with traditional views on alien life, humans have a tendency to anthropomorphize artificial intelligence, to imagine that it will in some way mirror our own characteristics, our own thoughts, feelings, and goals. But, really, there's little reason to believe that this would be the case. If, then, the most likely type of alien life actually is artificial, then two things could be true. It could be far more likely that aliens of this type have already discovered us, and it could be just as likely that we would mean literally nothing to them. Which, finally, leads us to the question weaving all the way through this video: are we in danger? Should we be concerned? And the good news is that, while it's tempting to envision an inescapable doomsday scenario, the reality isn't certain. The motives and intentions of any potential alien force remain speculative. In contemplating this particular unknown, we need to admit that our understanding of life and intelligence is still limited to just our terrestrial perspective. Head off of this planet, and perhaps the rules change. Move out of our species, and maybe there are different drivers, different values, and even different emotions. Statistically speaking, it would appear overwhelmingly likely that an alien force that is capable of discovering us does exist. From a technological position, it would seem highly probable that that entity should also be artificial. But still, if we are being watched, to some extent, so be it. Our place on Earth has served us reasonably well up until now, and there's little reason to think that that will change. Unless, of course, there is now reason to doubt our own cosmic safety. Blend aliens with AI, and that arguably could be the path that we're heading down. As always, the final answer could be lurking just over the horizon. What do you think? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments. Check out these other clips from Everything But What, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for our latest content.